Alright friends, welcome back. DomiNations Gamer is Boyniker here for you, back with the Medieval Age base. Today though is gonna be a pretty much walkthrough for Gunpowder Age because we're gonna go up in age. So we done most of the things we wanted to do when it comes to offensive benefits and some economic buildings. And we're going to have to go to the next stage. And here we go, Gunpowder Age, here we are folks. Here we are. Right, now we have a few things to do as usual. And number one thing is to basically just go and have a look here where you can place down and where you can't place down. And first thing we want to do is place the markers down. Second is place the mill down, just so we get some extra capacity for our resources. And the next thing we want to do, guys, is basically we want to go and upgrade our troops because we went to the next stage. So upgrading the troops is a priority here, just so we can loot resources in case we need them, okay? So let's go and claim those. And with the gold that you have, first thing you do is basically go and clear the forest, because like you can see here, once you clear the forest you end up with extra resources, which is great. So clear your resources and don't use the gold for defensive buildings or anything like that, okay? Gold is used for clearing forests in the beginning of the game, and every single time you go up in age. And the food is basically used to upgrade your troops and stuff like blacksmith and barracks, okay? That will help your troop combination in order to be able to loot resources easier. Now, stupidly enough, we used the speed ups on the forest without realizing that we need it for the blacksmith, but it's okay, we can wait, you know, we're not in a hurry anyways. So let's so I was just reading the chat. Right, so now we have 2 citizens left. Well, we're gonna have 4 because we can place this house down as well. So what's the next thing we want to do? Next thing is to upgrade our barracks, okay? Upgrade the barracks, upgrade your armory, blacksmith, so you can upgrade for the troops, and then clear your forest, okay? Then we go at the library as well. And we're gonna start working more specifically on the, well, we're gonna keep working on the red chapters, which is the offensive chapters, but we're gonna go into more specifics now depending on what combination we're gonna use. So we are Gunpowder and we're British. We want to essentially work on the rage infantry units because they have the extra range thanks to the nation, like you can see here. And I think I'm gonna use range siege, okay? So once we can unlock it, when we have blacksmith level 6, he unlocks a level 5, blacksmith level 5, but we can upgrade the troop even further. So we're gonna use the range infantry units and the range siege as our main troop combination. We can get rid of those raiders shortly. So I'm gonna transition from the raiders into my main troop combination only when my main troop combination is fully upgraded. Until that moment, I'm gonna keep using the raiders to loot resources in case I need the resources. So keep that in mind. That's a very important thing to remember, okay? Actually, you could argue potentially that instead of working on the blacksmith here, the first thing you want to do is, if you haven't upgraded your raiders to the maximum level, upgrade your raiders to the maximum level and then upgrade the blacksmith in order to then be able to upgrade your main troop combination and the raiders again. But in this case, I forgot that we actually upgrade the raiders to the maximum level, so we're gonna upgrade the armory, the blacksmith, which is a good thing to do. Then the next thing is we're going to upgrade also the museum, because it's one of the most important, actually probably is the most important building in the game, to be honest. And that we're gonna do that in the next video. And let's go back to the library quickly and make sure that we start upgrading the correct things. So when it comes to this book, have infantry, rage infantry, damage. So we do want to upgrade basically just two things here. 3 chapters, so chapter 2 and chapter 3. Chapter 3 because just in case we need the raiders to loot, and obviously chapter 2 range infantry damage units will impact our main troop combination, which is great. Okay, we don't care about the heavy infantry damage, so that can be avoided. And then in the future we will go to the next ones and read through them, and here it has a range siege damage, so we're gonna have to upgrade to chapter 2, and so on and so forth. So this is how I do it. Okay, war tactics also, this is fully to be upgraded. Okay, here range siege attack speed, this is really good. So there's gonna be a few things to upgrade in the future. Let's go and claim quickly this food shipment. And we don't have enough resources to upgrade the stuff for the library, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go and lose some resources. Okay, it's gonna tell us about the strikes, that's fine. That's fine. Right, let's go and loot some resources with our raiders, and the raiders, this is why they're so helpful, guys, because they allow you to lose resources very, very easily. In this case, if you look at this base, whenever you have opponents that have their farms very, very low level, it means that most of their food is gonna be in their mills, and you can see that the mills are quite full up. So what we're gonna do is send one over here onto that one detachment onto this one. Remember, we are basically looking for food only here, mainly food at least. You know, if you end up getting some gold as well, that's fine, that's a bonus, but mainly food. Okay, with the bonus I like to also just, sorry, with the gold I just like to use the barrage as well, and that's only because I'm coming out of the game now, so I don't mind losing the barrage. You gotta be careful from medieval age and above, because you have opponents that can spawn the commander, and the commander is very, very dangerous because you can wipe out all your troops very, very easily, very quickly as well. Okay, we looted enough resources, let's go back to the base and let's upgrade what we need. And this is perfect because when we're coming out of the game now, we're not gonna have a lot of resources standing there and not doing anything, so we're not gonna get looted very much. Okay, and that is a must. Never leave a lot of resources in the tank, in the bank, when you come out of the game. So we have a lot of gold, so what we can do, we can use 126 for the gold, that's fine. Actually a little bit more as well, just leave 100,000. Okay, leave 100,000 each before going out of the game in Gunpowder Age. 100,000, 150,000 is acceptable. You're not gonna lose a lot if you get looted, if you get raided. Okay, so now it looks like we have another 8 citizens. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go and upgrade some of the farms. So you can see that in the meantime I'm upgrading, in the same time I'm upgrading economic buildings and offensive buildings, which is what you want to do. Okay, we want to have a balanced gameplay. We don't want to focus only on one thing, especially at this level, because then we're not going to have good fundamentals in a later game. So we're going to go and upgrade a caravan as well. And look at that, we ended up upgrading the main buildings, some economic buildings, and some researches that will positively impact our troops. Okay, and we also live in the base without many resources left, so we don't get we don't have a high risk of getting raided. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments your thoughts, what other videos you want to make, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.